These giant silos hold millions of plastic pellets, but one tiny mistake here could ruin thousands of Lego bricks. And the next step is even more critical. Powerful air pressure pulls every pellet across the factory in seconds. Their destination is a machine so precise, it works to microscopic tolerances. Powerful air pressure pulls every pellet across the factory in seconds. Their destination is a machine so precise, inside this machine, solid plastic completely melts into a glowing liquid. But pouring it into a mold is far more difficult than you'd imagine. The plastic is injected under enormous pressure into steel molds machined with incredible accuracy. Even a microscope. Just seconds ago, these were ordinary plastic pellets. Now they're perfectly shaped Lego bricks, but they still haven't earned the famous Lego name. Fresh from the mold, every brick must cool at exactly the right speed. Rush this step, and the brick could fail forever.
One tiny flaw and it's instantly rejected. Lego standards are so strict that millions of pieces never make it past. Only the perfect bricks survive, but they're still far from becoming a Lego set, because now every color and every shape.
These bins hold millions of identical pieces, but somewhere inside this sea of bricks, one tiny part could belong to your next Lego set. One machine creates thousands of unique faces every hour. But printing them perfectly is much harder than it looks. Piece by piece, a Lego character finally comes to life. But before it reaches the box, every part must survive another inspection. Even the smallest printing flaw can send an entire figure back for recycling. Lego accepts nothing less than perfection. Now comes one of the factory's biggest challenges, making sure every bag contains exactly the right pieces. Even one missing brick is unacceptable. These scales can detect the tiniest difference in weight. If even one small piece is missing, the bag is rejected instantly. After hundreds of precision checks, the bricks finally enter their iconic boxes. But one final challenge still stands between the factory and your home. We've got 3 more pallets ready for the Florida shipment.
Roger, bring in the next one now.
Some of these bricks were made decades apart, yet they still lock together perfectly. But maintaining that accuracy is incredibly difficult. Everything depends on these steel molds. If just one wears out, thousands of future bricks could become useless. These molds are inspected constantly. Engineers maintain them with extraordinary care, because perfection starts long before the plastic arrives.
There's the failure point, 448 newtons.
Consistent with the last batch. The molding process seems stable. Some bricks are tested thousands of times before they're approved. If they weaken too soon, they never leave the factory. From freezing winters to scorching summers, Lego bricks must survive almost any environment. That's why this next test is so extreme. Before reaching a store, entire Lego sets are dropped, shaken, and tested. If the packaging fails, everything starts over. Millions of Lego sets wait here before traveling across the globe. But shipping them safely is another engineering challenge most people never see.
Every truck leaving this factory carries millions of dreams. But the most surprising part of Lego's story isn't how they're made.
Check the throughput on line 3. Looks stable, but the temperature is high.
Recycled plastic isn't accepted automatically. Engineers test every batch to make sure its quality still meets Lego's legendary standards. Only carefully approved material is mixed back into production. Even recycling has to be engineered with A red Lego brick must always look exactly the same. Even the smallest color difference is enough to reject an entire production batch. Some creations require hundreds of thousands of bricks. One missing piece could stop the entire build, which is why accuracy matters more than speed. Long before a Lego set reaches stores, designers spend months testing every detail. But creating the model is only half the challenge. Before the world ever sees a new Lego set, Real builders put it to the test. Their reactions help shape the final product in surprising ways.
This tiny green light means everything is perfect. But have you ever wondered how LEGO produces billions of bricks every year without running out of molds?
Before a single LEGO brick exists, this solid block of steel must become a perfect mold. One micro...
Efficiency on the green line is up 5% this quarter. That's due to the new calibration we did last week. We should apply the same parameters to the blue machines. Every machine is watched constantly. Temperature, pressure, timing, even the smallest change is detected before anyone on the factory floor notices. Even the best machines can't run forever. Preventive maintenance keeps production moving because an unexpected shutdown could cost thousands of bricks every minute. When most of the world is asleep, this factory keeps running. Day and night, the production never truly stops.
Aisle 6 is clear for the new shipment.
Roger that. Bringing up the yellow crates now.
Every production line receives a different combination of bricks. One wrong container could stop thousands of LEGO sets from reaching stores. From this moment on, these sets begin their journey to toy stores across the world. But one final surprise is hidden inside it.
After traveling thousands of miles, every perfectly engineered brick finally reaches its destination. But
from this single factory, LEGO begins a journey across continents. But shipping is only half the story. Some LEGO sets travel thousands of miles by sea before reaching a store shelf. Yet every box must arrive in perfect condition. Months of engineering finally come down to one unforgettable moment: choosing the perfect LEGO set. Those tiny clicks become memories shared between parents, children, and friends. That's something no factory can manufacture. That famous click isn't luck. It's the result of decades of engineering, precision, and relentless quality control. A brick made decades ago still fits one made today. Few products in history have achieved this level of consistency. Behind every colorful brick stands thousands of hours of engineering, testing, and craftsmanship, all hidden inside one simple toy.